You are a prospector. The void is your home. Silence is your companion. Your ship, the Lucky Seven, hums a familiar tune. It is a song of worn bearings and recycled air. You are charting the Oort cloud of a forgotten star. Nothing but ice and rock for light years. It is exactly how you like it. Peaceful, profitable. The comms unit crackles, a rare sound out here. You nearly jump out of your worn pilot's seat. The display shows a garbled transmission. It is a civilian band distress call, but it is fragmented, torn apart by distance or interference. You run the decryption sequence. Your console struggles with the corrupted data. Words flicker across the screen. They are broken, incomplete. A hunter, it reads. Made of light, another fragment says. Your brow furrows. A hunter of light? Sounds like bad poetry from a spacer bar. You almost dismiss it. Another lonely soul seeing ghosts in the dark. Then a final piece of the message resolves. It is a single, clear sentence. It chills you more than the cold of deep space. It doesn't kill. It erases. The signal dies completely. You are left staring at the words. Erases. The silence that returns feels different now. It feels heavy and watched. You keep the message on your screen. A weird prank, perhaps. Some kind of new viral marketing. You have seen stranger things in the void. You are about to purge the log when a new alert pings. It is a proximity warning. Something is moving fast, very fast. You look at your long-range scanner. There is nothing there. Just the usual debris and a distant sector patrol. The alert pings again, closer this time. Your ship's computer insists something is approaching, but every sensor comes up empty. No heat signature, no mass reading, no engine trail. Then you see it with your own eyes. Through the viewport, a flash of impossible color. It is a ribbon of neon green and electric blue. It moves with a liquid grace that defies physics. It has no engines. It makes no sound. It is a construct of pure, silent light. This has to be the hunter. It glides past a small military listening post, a defense station orbiting a frozen moon. The station's defense turrets are inert. They do not even see it. The neon shape brushes against the station, a gentle, almost curious touch, and the station simply vanishes. No explosion, no debris, just gone. A silent, vibrant flash erases it from existence. Your blood runs cold. That was a fortified military outpost. It had shields. It had armor. It had enough firepower to level a small city. Now it is just empty space. The neon hunter erased it like a stray mark on a page. Your ship feels impossibly small. A tin can in the face of a god. You watch the creature of light. It hangs in the void where the station used to be. It seems to pulse with a soft, inner glow. Then it turns. It is not a turn a physical ship could make. It simply reorients its entire being. It faces your direction. There is no doubt. It knows you are here. The local military fleet finally arrives. They jump into the system with a roar of engines. 2 cruisers and a half-dozen frigates. They broadcast warnings on all channels. They demand the unknown vessel identify itself. The hunter does not respond. It does not even seem to notice them. They are flies buzzing in a room. The fleet opens fire. Lances of plasma and kinetic rounds fill the void. They pass straight through the neon shape. They have no effect. The hunter continues its course, a slow, deliberate drift. It ignores the warships. It ignores a heavily populated mining colony nearby. It follows a cold, direct path straight toward you. Panic sets in. A cold, sharp spike in your chest. You slam your hands on the controls. The Lucky 7 groans in protest. Its old engines fire up with a shudder. You are not a fighter. You are a prospector. And your only move is to run. You push the throttle to its absolute limit. Your ship dives toward the nearest cover. The Cerberus Nebula, a graveyard of ships and dreams. It is a swirling chaos of toxic gas and charged particles. Flying through it is famously unwise. Navigating the dense clouds is a nightmare. Most pilots would rather self-destruct. Today, it seems like the safest place in the universe. You plunge into the green and purple haze. Alarms scream across your console. The ship's hull creaks under the strain. Outside, corrosive gas eats at your viewports. You fly blind, relying only on your short-range sensors. You weave between massive, crystalline structures. They glow with their own faint, eerie light. But you cannot escape the hunter. Its beautiful, terrible light filters through the gas clouds. It paints the nebula in shifting neon hues. The hunter moves through the hazardous storms with ease. The toxic gas does not touch it. The lightning does not slow it. It is still coming for you, a relentless, silent predator. The hunter is gaining. Its light fills your cockpit. It is like being chased by a living aurora borealis. Your shields are failing under the nebula's radiation. The computer is automatically cycling through frequencies. It is trying to find a stable modulation, a standard, desperate procedure. The computer switches to Shield Harmonic 774, a common frequency used for asteroid mining. For a single, beautiful second, the hunter stops. It does not slow down. It does not deviate. It freezes in place. The neon light flickers violently, as if in pain or confusion. It only lasts a moment. Your shield frequency cycles again. The hunter resumes its pursuit, as relentless as before. But you saw it. You saw the impossible predator falter. It was a tiny crack in its perfect facade. A standard shield modulation, something simple, disrupted it. It was not some unknowable god. It was a machine, and a machine can be broken. Hope ignites in your chest, a small, fierce flame. You are still prey. You are still moments from being erased. But for the first time since this began, you feel a surge of defiance. You have found an unexpected flaw. You realize this perfect predator can be disrupted. You need more information. The shield flicker was a clue. But it is not enough to build a weapon. You push your ship deeper into the nebula. You need to buy yourself time. Time to think. Your mind races. What was special about that frequency? It was an old mining band, used for resonance scanning of dense metals. An idea sparks. You access the ship's deep archive database. You search for colonial records in this sector. Specifically, lost colonies. Places that went dark without explanation. The computer churns, sifting through centuries of data. It finds a match. A scientific outpost on a world called Xylos. It vanished 90 years ago. The official report said a reactor malfunction, but you download the last of their logs. The files are corrupted, but some are readable. You see panicked entries, frantic scientific notes. They describe a silent visitor, a being of light that haunted their skies. They had no idea what it was. The colonists did not call it a hunter. Their name for it was different. You lean closer to the screen as the words appear. They called it Ethel, the star-born god. The final log entry is a single audio file, a scientist's last words, calm and filled with awe. It is not here to destroy us. It is looking for something. The scientist's voice echoes in your cockpit. It is looking for something. You replay the final log from Xylos. It contained more than just that last message. There were sensor readings, Energy spectrum analysis. The lost colonists were brilliant. They had studied the creature before it erased them. You compare their data to your own sensor logs. The energy signature of the hunter is a perfect match. But the Xylos logs contain a crucial detail. The creature's energy field resonates with something. A very specific, very rare quantum signature. A signature you recognize. You look to the shielded cargo bay of your ship. Your current job was a strange one. A simple retrieval contract from a private collector. Pick up a sealed container from a dead moon. Ask no questions. The pay was ridiculously high. You assumed it was stolen art or illegal tech. Now you know better. The container holds an artifact, an ancient object that hums with that exact quantum signature. The logs reveal the hunter is no simple beast. The colonists theorized it was a warden, an ancient guardian programmed for a single task. It is searching for that artifact you now possess. It is not hunting you. It is retrieving what it believes to be stolen property, and its methods are brutally efficient. The truth hits you like a physical blow. You are not the prize. You are just the delivery driver. The neon hunter does not care about you, your ship, or your charming personality. It wants your strange cargo. That changes everything. You have a bargaining chip. Maybe. A very, very dangerous one. You open a secure channel to Sector Command. You have to tell them what you have discovered. This is bigger than one prospector in a rusty ship. You transmit the Xylos logs. You send your own sensor data. You explain the hunter's true mission. You even confess about your questionable cargo. Command responds within minutes. Their tone is cold and impersonal. They have analyzed your data. They confirm your theory. The artifact is an object of immense power and immense danger. They classify the neon hunter as a priority one existential threat. They have a solution, a simple one. They want you to drop the artifact, jettison the cargo, and fly away. They believe the hunter will take the object and leave. They want to sacrifice the artifact to appease the being. But their calculations are flawed. They do not understand. You are not the target. Your cargo is. Giving it the artifact now just proves you are a thief. And you know how it deals with those. Maintain your current course, the commander's voice says. It is flat and devoid of emotion. We will guide you to a rendezvous point. Jettison the cargo on our mark. They are not asking. It is an order. They are going to sacrifice you. To them, you are an acceptable loss, one prospector for the safety of the sector. You look at the tactical display. Their rendezvous point is in deep, empty space, far from any assets they might lose. They are not trying to save you. They are trying to contain the fallout when the hunter erases you. A quiet fury builds inside you. You survived this long on your own wits. You are not going to be someone's pawn. You make a decision. It is reckless. It is insane. It might be the last decision you ever make. You reach for the comms panel. Your fingers hover over the controls. You think of the cold, dismissive tone of the commander. You think of the silent, beautiful death that is chasing you. You have come too far to die for their plan. With a single, deliberate motion, you sever the link. You cut all communications to the outside world. The commander's voice is replaced by a hiss of static. Then, silence. You are alone again. No orders, no backup. Just you, your ship, and a star-born god on your tail. You must confront this entity on your own terms. You are running out of nebula. The thick, protective gas is thinning. Soon you will be back in open space. The hunter will have a clear shot. You need a new plan, and you need it now. Your mind flashes back to the hunter's weakness. The shield harmonic, the resonance. It reacted to a specific frequency. What if you could amplify that effect? Overwhelm it, not just disrupt it, but destroy it. You need a massive source of energy, something that generates a chaotic, powerful magnetic field. Your eyes drift to the navigation chart, to the center of this forgotten system. There is only one thing powerful enough: the star itself. Your plan is born of sheer desperation. It is a one-way ticket to Crazy Town, population, you. You intend to use the star's magnetic field as your weapon. A star is a raging furnace of electromagnetic chaos. If you can lure the hunter close enough, the star's natural energy might tear its light-based form apart. You plot a new course, not away from the star, but directly towards it. The computer screams at you with proximity alerts. It warns of lethal radiation, of hull integrity failure, of certain death. You ignore it. This is no longer a flight for survival. This is a counterattack. The Sun-Forge Gambit. It will either work, or you will become a very small, very brief star yourself. Flying toward a star is not a gentle experience. Your ship rattles and groans. The temperature in the cockpit climbs steadily. Sweat drips into your eyes. But you are not close enough yet. You need to get deep into the star's corona, where the magnetic fields are strongest, where the real danger lives. First, you need to make sure the hunter follows. It is smart. It might sense the danger. You need to make the bait irresistible. You reroute your ship's main power. You divert everything to the shielded container in your cargo bay. You are going to amplify the artifact's energy signature. You are turning it from a whisper into a shout. The artifact responds. A low hum vibrates through the deck plates. The power drain is immense. Your lights flicker and dim. On your scanner, you see the result. The artifact's quantum signature is blazing like a beacon, a signal that screams, "Here I am! Come and get me!" across the system. It is the biggest gamble of your life. And it works. The neon hunter, which had been pacing you patiently, changes. Its calm, fluid movement becomes a frantic rush. It abandons all caution. It abandons its elegant, predatory grace. It streaks toward you with singular, blinding purpose. It has taken the lure. The trap is set. Now you just have to survive, springing it. You enter the star's corona. It is like flying through a storm of fire. Sheets of plasma, millions of degrees hot, lash at your shields. Your ship screams. Every alarm is blaring. Your shields glow cherry red. They are bleeding energy, seconds from collapse. You have to time this perfectly. You watch the hunter on your tactical display. It plunges into the corona behind you. It is completely unharmed by the heat. But the magnetic fields are another story. As it enters the densest region, its form begins to warp. The clean lines of neon light twist and distort. The creature writhes in the star's invisible grip. This is it. You trigger the final part of your plan. You activate the mining frequency shield harmonic, harmonic 774. You pump every remaining watt of power into it. The resonant frequency, magnified by the star's magnetic fury, hits the hunter. It is a hammer blow of pure energy. The neon hunter convulses. Its light flickers, then shatters. The single, elegant form explodes into 1,000 brilliant shards. It is like watching a stained glass window burst apart in a hurricane. The void is filled with a storm of broken light, a blizzard of brilliant, fractured glass. The creature is broken. Your insane gambit actually worked. Your shields fail. The ship's computer announces it with a sad, final tone. Emergency power kicks in, just enough for life support and minimal thrust. You drift in the fiery chaos of the corona. The storm of light shards dissipates. The broken pieces of the hunter wink out. They are extinguished by the star's energy. But not all of them. Your sensors pick up a single, tiny signature. One piece survived the shattering, a single glowing shard of the hunter. It is wounded, it is weak, but it is reforming. The light is coalescing, pulling itself back together. It is a dying ember, but it could still spark a new fire. You have to finish it. Your ship is a wreck. Your weapons are offline. You have only one option left. A final, desperate move. You use the last of your thruster fuel. You turn your battered ship, the Lucky 7, around. You point its nose directly at the glowing shard. Your ship is not a weapon, but it has mass. You push the throttle forward. The ship lurches ahead. There is no ejecting. There is no escape pod. This is an all-or-nothing play. You are going to ram it. You brace for impact, your hands tight on the controls. You have to risk everything to extinguish its final, stubborn light. The impact never comes. Just before your ship strikes the ember, it vanishes. Not a flicker, not a flash. It simply ceases to be. You ram straight through empty space. The final piece of the neon hunter is gone. Truly gone. Whether your final charge scared it into self-destruction or its energy finally gave out, you will never know. The silence that follows is absolute. The alarms on your ship have died. The roar of the star's corona fades as you drift away. The terrible, beautiful light is gone. The void is calm. It is back to the familiar, peaceful blackness you once called home. But it does not feel peaceful now. It feels empty. You float in the quiet darkness, alone with the consequences. Your ship is a tomb. The engines are dead. The hull is breached in a dozen places. You are bleeding air into space. You look at the artifact in the cargo hold. Its beacon is silent now. Its power is spent. It is just a strange rock in a box. It all seems so pointless. You did it. You won. You faced a star-born god and survived. But you are adrift, thousands of light years from help, with a failing life support system and a broken ship. You close your eyes. You have never felt so alone. The victory feels hollow, a quiet, cold note in the vast, silent dark. Days pass, or maybe it is hours. Time has lost its meaning. The air is getting thin. The cold is seeping into your bones. You are preparing for the end when a light shines through your viewport. Not a neon light. A simple, white searchlight. It is a rescue ship. A military patrol. They found your distress beacon. The one your ship automatically sent out when life support failed. They tow your battered ship to a starbase. You are weak, tired, but alive. A debriefing follows. You tell them everything. The Sun-Forge Gambit, the Shattered Hunter, the final ember. You leave nothing out. The commanders listen in stunned silence. They expected to find your wreckage, not a survivor, not a victor. Command's official story is that a weapons malfunction destroyed the entity. They cannot admit a civilian prospector did what their fleets could not. But they know the truth. They declare you a hero for your actions, quietly, behind closed doors. They give you a new ship, a fat new bank account. They ask you to keep quiet. You agree. You take their rewards. But you keep something else, too. You keep the secret, the knowledge of the hunter's weakness, the resonance frequency, the Sun-Forge Gambit. You know this was not the only one. There are other artifacts, and there will be other hunters. You are no longer just a prospector. You are the one person who knows how to kill a star-born god. And you know, deep down, that you will have to do it again.